imekamilika. Thank you so much, our host. Thank you so much for allowing us starting our meeting officially. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another insightful session of Mental Health Tuesday. And thank you all for taking your time to join us as we explore a critical yet often overlooked topic. Remember, in today's topic, you're going to delve much on matters of mental health needs for frontline workers. And tonight, we are privileged to have a very resource person, Madam Priscilla, an expert who will take us through and understand the mental health struggle faced by frontline workers and what we can do to support them. And let's set the tone. Remember, this is a safe space for learning, sharing. Feel free to engage, ask questions, and share insight in the chat. And it will be an engaging session for all of us. Back to you, our today's guest, Madam Priscilla. Karibu sana, and we are honored to have you into this discussion. Could you brief introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you are doing in your space of mental health moves? Karibu sana, Madam Priscilla.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Priscilla Maina. I am an expert in mental health, a clinical officer specialized in mental health and psychiatry. I work in different areas. I work in Kobani Rehab, and I also work in Tiwi Mental Outpatient Clinic. Yeah, and I'm glad to be here today to share a few things concerning our today's topic. I hope that I'll also learn from you, because this is a learning, this is an interactive, should be an interactive session. I know you also know something about the frontline and all that. So I'm glad to be here and to be part of Samba Sports. Thank you.
Welcome, Madam Priscilla, and we are really honored to have you here. To my fellow listeners, I'll be your moderator. I'm Mahmoud Ali from Samba Sport Youth Agenda, and I'll also introduce my fellow co-moderator, none other than Mwanaisha Kuania. So, as we delve in our today's discussion, we've had the guest that we have is a guest who has some capacity or she has the best capacity in terms of mental health issues. So please feel free to raise up your hand to share a concern. Feel free to share a text in our call chat regarding any thought or maybe any case scenario on our today's session. Maybe if I come back to you, Madam Priscilla, you say that we might know 1 to 3 things regarding our today's topic, but maybe most of us might be held back because we don't understand who are these frontline workers. Could you please highlight to us and maybe even give us some example? Who are these frontline workers?
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, when you talk of frontline workers, we just from the word front, these are people who are first responders, especially during emergencies in various departments. Among them, we have the healthcare workers, people who work in the hospital, the nurses at the emergency unit, the doctors, the clinical officer, the lab people, the casual workers who are working within the hospital environment, the mortuary attendants, the pathologist. Then we have the security team, the security officer, the police officer, the guards. We have the soldiers. We have the first aiders, and also even the firefighters, to name but a few. Those people who respond fast during crisis. So that is how I would define or describe the frontline workers. They are there in the front witnessing the real scene, and scenes that are not very pleasing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Priscilla, for shedding the light of understanding who are these frontline workers and what they do, and giving us example of these frontline workers. I understand that these frontline workers are crucial to our society as per how you have uh, told us. But why are they special, and why must we discuss their mental health?
Mm, a very good question, Mahmoud. These are special group because of the nature of the work that they do. These are the people who always face people who are suffering. Very rarely will you find these people handling very, very positive things in the society. If we talk about the healthcare workers, they are seeing people who are very sick. They are witnessing accident survivors. They are witnessing dead bodies. Yeah, the police the same. They witness, although they respond fast, maybe during accidents and all that. So these are very crucial people because of the nature of the work that they do.
Uh, Back to you, my
Yeah.
listeners. Thank you, Madam Priscilla. Back to you, my listeners. As we have been told that uh, who are these frontline workers, na tumeambiwa kuwa ni watu ambao they have a special, they are special due to the nature of the work they do. I understand one or some of us are also working in this frontline, and we undergo a lot of issues or maybe pressure or even stress and depressed because of the work that we are doing. So since we are all in the line of duty, please feel free. You have a chance to raise up your hand, give us your comment. What are you going through? What do you think we can do? Maybe to make it more engaging, I'll just put across on the call chat. Just tell us what small action can we take today to support the mental health of frontline workers for my dear listeners, and then I'm going to read them out loudly for everyone who is listening. And Madam Priscilla, you told us these people are so special due to the work that they're doing and they need to be treated well. What are the key common mental issues that they affect them?
These are the people who mostly work under pressure, under stressful environment. They put their physical health, their social well-being, and their mental health at risk. To name but a few, some of the most common mental disorders that are likely to affect them, there are issues like anxiety, the post-traumatic stress disorders, depression, and even suicide. Burnout, yeah, burnout. We find them even getting into unhealthy behaviors like substance use disorders. Sometimes they are just withdrawn from the social aspect of their life. So they're at risk of getting all these things because of the work that they do. That continuous stress that is not addressed in time is likely to escalate to bigger things like depression. Yeah, and this is likely to affect their entire life, socially, mentally, the work performance. Even if they're working for an organization, it is also likely to be affected because of whatever they are going through. And unfortunately, the society perceive these people as stone-hearted. Yeah, these are people unaambiwa we ni sugu kama askari. Like, these are people who are human beings. They suffer, but because of the societal perception and expectation is like they see them as not being human being, as if they don't have feelings. And yet, whatever they face on their day-to-day work puts them at risk of having mental health issues. And most of these things we'll see maybe through their behaviors, how they behave. Yeah, some are very rude, some are very harsh. Yeah, we say that they are inhuman, but it's because of what they do and the unrest issues that they experience in their line of duty. Thank you.
On the same question that you are answering and the good example that you've given us, maybe from your own experience in the line of duty, can you share something regarding the those common mental issues that affect these frontline workers, you being among them?
Wow, thank you so much. I think I would share something that happened 2 weeks ago. I happened to witness postmortem being done. Yeah, postmortem of someone who was close to me who died mysteriously, and the body was in a very, very bad condition. So the people whom we were with, like, they told me, you are the one, they selected me as a family member. We, kwa sababu unafanya kazi hospitali, you can go and witness. But I tell you, Mahamud, it was not easy. It was not easy. So people suffer. The depression, the anxiety, I tell you, I was disturbed like the next 3 days, just imagining what I saw, because it was quite traumatic. And people also suffer anxieties, yeah, especially during the COVID-19. Yeah, there were a lot of issues, anxieties, like you feel you're not well protected enough. You think of you have contracted this disease and all that. So these are the things that are happening. Me, I'm quite aware of whatever might happen to me and notice that, hey, there is something wrong. But there are people whom might just think it's just a normal thing, it's work. Hii ni kazi, hii ni hali ya kazi, when they are burning inside. So these things are there and they are real and they affect people. And these people, as I said, they are human beings with feelings. So when they are seeing those traumatic, those unsightly scenes, they see people dying and all that, they are affected in one way or another. And at some point they run out of the fuel, they get the compassionate fatigue. Na ndio tunaonaga wengi ni wakali sana because they don't know how to manage these things. So thank you so much. I don't know whether I've answered you, but that was just a slight experience that I had few days ago. So it happened, and many more. I've had so many of them.
I understand that it really affects several people. The reason why I pin out that so that people can understand some of these case scenarios that they can happen in their day-to-day lives as they are in the line of duty, and how they can work with that. We understand that when we are talking about these key common mental health issues that affect them, there are key root causes that make them to undergo all those things. What are the contributing factors to their ill mental health, Madam Priscilla? Madam Priscilla, should I come back again with the question?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I had muted. I'm sorry. And I was talking. Oh,
It's
yeah,
okay.
pressure. Yeah, some of the factors is the demand, the work demand. Yeah. Unrealistic deadlines. We have issues like lack of support, lack of awareness, being aware that this is a problem and they need to seek help. Yeah, those are some of the few contributing factors that may lead to these people having mental health issues. And lack of even family support. Yeah, if you have people who are not understanding the nature of work you do, and they continue increasing the mental health burden that you're already having. Yeah, so those could be some of the contributing factors.
Uh, as you are sharing the contributing factors, do you think the long working hours, the emotional weight of the responsibility, or maybe workplace, the culture, can they also contribute to these ill mental health stuff?
Yes, yes. And also the societal expectations, they can. Because you see, like when we talk about the workload, the heavy workload and all that, some of the community might not understand that this person needs to take a break. Yeah, maybe you're working, you're somewhere, you need to take a break. When you take a break, you are reported that you are out of the office, not knowing that you're on duty. You are taking a break. You have the right to take that break to just refresh and come back. Yeah, and you know, when you are working under politically, when you're working in this politically driven society, sometimes it does not come up well with the workers. So they feel that no one is understanding them, because once a call is made to the authorities that I'm in the hospital and I cannot see the clinician, I'm in the police station, I've not found anyone in the office. Maybe that person has just decided to take a short break to go and refresh, but they don't understand. So they'll feel less motivated, they'll feel unappreciated, frustrated at work, and then the output is low. Yeah, so that can take a toll on their mental well-being. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Priscilla, for enlightening that. As we were growing, kuna msemo tulikuwa tukiusikia sana, unasema ukikua utajua kwa nini babako alikuwa anapenda kukaa pale nje peke yake wakati wengine wako ndani ya nyumba. Does it imply that this person was undergoing some of those things and he was missing that maybe support at the home area that make them feel that way?
Yeah, maybe. But now the issue is lack of communication. When we have issues with communication, like I need to be alone, I need to relax, I'm going through this. So if you don't communicate to those who are around you, they might take it negatively. Yeah. And again, when you have some mental health issues, you can find yourself isolating yourself. Maybe they were going through a lot. Yeah. The burden of bringing up the kids is not easy. Maybe like they were going through some mental breakdown because of the demand, and maybe was not able to meet those demands. So yeah, maybe there was something. It's only that there was no communication.
There's a question here for us from Brother Matano Omar is asking you, Madam Priscilla. And he states that, my question is, do you guys have access to debrief avenues or safe space where you can share, relieve yourself and come back to work mkiwa fresh kabisa, mentally, physically and emotionally?
Yeah, we are trying, though not very regular. I think our last year's theme on mental health was workplace mental wellness, and there were proposals that we need to have those committees. There is need for debrief, but these are not taken seriously. But I think from where we are making some steps, because the debriefs were mainly done for the counselors. But remember now, these are things that are supposed to be done for everyone who is affected, so that they are able to share whatever feelings they have concerning whatever they are doing. Yeah, so for debrief, it's there, but not very active. But we are hoping that soon it might pick.
Wow, that is amazing. That's amazing. There's a hand here which is up from Tumaini Muhammad. Maybe I could give him some time also to share something. Tumaini, unmute your mic. Tumaini, we are not hearing you. And please, could you please move from a place where there's no noise so that we can get you clearly? Okay, we will catch up with him. We will catch up with him as we proceed. Once he'll be ready, he will come up and will share his insight. My fellow members, remember this is a safe space that we have already created. Tusingoje ile yenye matano wameulizia na Madam Priscilla akatuambia wamecreate. This is already our safe space. So kuwa huru ukiwa uko na jekejeke, dukuduku ama swala lolote ambalo linakukinza kulingana na masuala haya ambayo tunazungumzia kwa siku hii ya leo. Kuwa huru, uko na nafasi ya kuuliza swali lile katika call chat, na pia uko na nafasi ya kunyanyua mkono na tutakupatia fursa ili uweze kuongea ama labda kuuliza swali ambalo utakuwa nalo. Na vile vile kama pia uko na kisa ambacho unaona ni kisa ambacho kinaweza leta manufaa katika mazungumzo yetu ya leo, uko na fursa pia ya kunyoosha mkono na tutakupatia fursa ile ili kuweza kuzungumzia ama kutueleza kile ambacho utakuwa nacho. Pengine nirudi kwako Madam Priscilla, na nikuulize kwamba tumezungumzia haya masuala ya vitu ambavyo vinachangia ama vinasababisha masuala mazima ya kuwa affect hawa frontline workers. Labda kuna njia ambazo labda tunaweza zitumia tukawasaidia ili wasikuwe na haya majekejeke ama kuwa na hivi viwewe vya afya ya kiakili kulingana na kazi zao, na kama zipo zile njia, je, tunaweza zitumia kwa njia gani? Maybe if there are ways that they can be helped, and if there's a way that they can be helped, how can we help them? Because I understand hawa ni watu ambao wamezungukwa na community, wamezungukwa na watu wengi, so tunataka tuelewe njia gani tunaweza kuwasaidia. Back to you, Madam Priscilla.
Asante sana Mahamud. Yeah, that's a good question. Before we help them, I think we need to talk about how they should help themselves. And that brings us to something we call self-care. Yeah, kujitunza kama wao. So I think what can be done, sensitization on self-care strategies on what they are supposed to do. And when we talk about self-care, it is that active role that someone takes to ensure that their well-being is well taken care of, they are happy, they're in good health. Yeah, so some of these things is like having a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, eating a balanced diet, doing exercise, getting enough rest. Yeah, avoid using of substances, seeking help from professionals once they feel overwhelmed, taking breaks. Yeah, connecting to people, friends, families, because that's where we find source of support. Yeah, having the support groups, peer-to-peer support group, like the debriefs. Yeah, so at a personal level, there are those strategies that they need to be equipped with to know, how do I handle this? I'm working in this stressful environment. So what am I supposed to do to ensure that I'm okay? My well-being is okay. Remember, if you are sick, your mental health, your mental well-being will also be affected. When your body is sick, your mind will also be sick. When your mind is sick, your body will be sick, your social life will be affected. So there are those needs that need to be done. Self-care. Know when to take a break. So at a personal level, that's what they're supposed to do. For us, for the organization, they need to be supported. They need to be facilitated to be attending the debrief sessions, Yeah, for those who are sick, they need to be supported to seek treatment and to continue the treatment, and to just have an open conversation about mental health, because for a very long time, this is a topic that has been overlooked, and we've seen people suffering even to an extent of committing suicide. So self-care strategies, support from the organization or from the employer, very important. Support from the family, very important. Yeah, and communication, effective communication, very important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Priscilla. Maybe if I get back to my listener to tell you, tukizungumzia hawa frontliner, najua Madam Priscilla ametuweka sana katika ile nyanja ambayo yeye amebobea. Kumbuke kuwa wao ni mfano tu wa wale frontliners, lakini tupo na wale ambao tunawaita teachers and educators, tuko na social workers and counselors, tuko na watu wa public transport and workers, tupo na watu wa retail and grocery, wale mama mboga pia ni frontliner because they are in a line of duty and it's something that they usually do it daily. So usijikinze ukasema mimi siwezi kuwa frontliner. You are in one way or another. On to you brother Said Zamani, naona umenyoosha mkono, takupatia fursa ili uweze kukuja hewani. Karibu bwana Said Zamani.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening.
Walaikum salam.
Mi nimejoin late lakini nilikuwa nimesoma hiyo topic kwa ile post ya Facebook. My view, I think the frontliners, they are not appreciated. There was another post a doctor posted. He was saying he was standing for hours in the theater doing a surgery for a patient. To him, the surgery was like 50-50, but he succeeded. And when the patient woke up, he went straight to the pastor and he told the pastor, "Thank you for praying for me." Actually, the doctor was saying, daktari alikuwa anasema hii kitu ni 50-50. Alikuwa ajui kuwa Mungu, alikuwa ajui Mungu ni nani. And that is exactly what happens. When these frontliners succeed, we don't appreciate them. But when they fail, we abuse them. Sasa we need to appreciate them. Wakifanya si watu tunaona ni duty yake amefanya. Daktari akikutibu, akipoa, unaona it was his duty. Polisi akija kuna mwizi akimwarrest, tunaona tu it was his duty. Lakini polisi wakichelewa kukuja, sisi tunalaumu, tunasema polisi ni wabaya. Now it really affects them. Wao hakuna success kwao. It is either you just do your duty or you have failed. So we also need to appreciate them when they do anything they do it was successful. Sisi kama the community, we must appreciate them. That is my.
Thank you so much, brother Said Zamani, for that insightful thought. That was amazing. Najua pia hapa tuko na bwana Yusuf Mwatela hapo na dukuduku la kutoa, lakini amejaribu kujizuia. Labda mimi nimlazimishe, nimkurupushe pia yeye atupatie duku kidogo. Bwana Yusuf, karibu. Naona Yusuf bado anajiandaa na niambia kidogo brother, I'll be back. Madam, labda nirudi kwako nikuulize katika swali langu linalofuata. Hawa watu ambao tuna deal now, we as members of society, we usually interact with these frontline workers every day, maybe at home or maybe along the way and wherever. Is there anything that we can do as individuals to make the experience better and more mentally sustainable? Or how can the service seekers assist these frontline workers in their mental wellness?
Thank you so much. I think I just need to agree with Said, the input that these people need to be appreciated in whatever they do. And as you said, we have got several people who are in the front line, even the receptionists in an office, in a hotel, the waitresses, the waiters, all these people, the ones who are in direct contact, the first contact with customers or with clients. So what do? We need to respect them. We need to respect the office, because you can imagine when something wrong happens, before it gets to the boss, it will start from the reception. So I think we as the community, we need to respect those offices. Tujue kuna sheria. When we go to the hospital, when we are told that this visiting hours zimeisha, tokeni, let us respect that. Let us respect the authorities. Yeah. If we are told to kuna curfew, tusitembee usiku, let us just try to abide with the rules. In that way, you'll make the work of these people easier. Mahamud, you asked about, I think I've forgotten that question. You can just revisit again.
My question was, how can the survey seekers assist the frontline workers' mental wellness?
I think it's just affirming what they do, appreciating them. In most of these offices, we have some complaints and compliment boxes. If maybe you're not able to reach that person and tell them thank you for the work that they did, not even tokens, not even money, because when you're given money, it will be taken as bribe or that. Even those nice messages, it is good to let them know, so that as human beings, they feel more motivated. So we need to appreciate them, to respect them, and to communicate well with them. Yeah, and to understand if we are told this is not possible, don't force things. Just follow the rules. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Priscilla. I know of a scenario whereby najua as we go to the hospitals or maybe as we go to meet these frontliners, huwa kuna kuaga na ile notion yenye labda umetoka nayo kulingana na the verbal communication of maybe the community or the people on how they engage with them, ambayo labda huwa inatubadilisha taswira ya mafikirio yetu kuhusiana na wale watu. Wewe labda kivyako utakuwa unawajua ni watu wazuri na unaweza kuwa appreciate ama labda unaweza kuwapatia heko kwa kile ambacho wanakifanya, lakini kulingana na ile taswira ambayo watu wamekujengea kuhusiana na wale watu inakubadili ule mtazamo, na unafika pale katika labda ni kituo cha hospitali ama labda ni pale katika utumishi kwa wote katika kituo cha polisi, lakini kwa sababu kwenye akili yako kuna yale mafikirio ambayo umeyabeba, yanakubadili ule mtazamo kiasi ya kuwa unasahau kuwa chochote watakachokufanyia wapo katika line of duty, na inakubadili labda ile ladha ya matamshi yako. Je, unaona kuna njia ambayo labda tunaweza itumia ili tuweza kuepuka situation kama hii?
Well, I think it's just the change of mindset. Yeah, tubadilishe mtazamo wetu kuhusu hao watu. Maybe if maybe there is a time that you were offended, you went there, you were not fully satisfied, just see the other good things that these people are doing. Change your mindset, have a positive mindset, learn to be patient. And I think that will help a lot. Just changing the mindset. Because if you go somewhere with a negative mindset that you will not be helped, then even if you are helped, you still doubt. Kweli, nimesaidiwa hivi, si niliambiwa wale ni wabaya sana, ni wakali, mbona ameniongelesha vizuri sana? Inaweza kuwa hata si kweli vile ameniambia. So we need to change our mindset. We need to do more of community dialogue, just enlightening the community. Yeah, and also giving feedback in a good way. If you're not certified, just communicate well. And then when it is taken, it's discussed positively, then we see change. So we need we need to embrace change and to see that things are not the way they were before. Because right now, the awareness, though it's not at the best level we'd want it to be, but at least there is something. You can go to a police officer and you see him smiling. That is a good thing that never used to happen. So I think we need just to embrace each other. We need to understand the nature of the work that these people do is likely to put them under a lot of pressure. And sometimes when you are under pressure, your decision making might not be that good. So let's just understand that these are human beings. They can go wrong, and we move away from being judgmental. We accept them as they are and we appreciate them.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam Priscilla, for enlightening all of us regarding such a perceptional view. Kuna swali hapa ambalo wasikilizaji wenzangu nimeliweka katika call chat, nikasema kulingana na mjadala wetu ambao tunaendelea nao, labda what small action can you do, you individually today, to support the mental health of these frontline workers? Kuwa huru, unaweza tuandikia pale kwenye call chat na tutaweza kuisoma kwa wengine kuweza kusikia, ama pia kama utataka kunyoosha mkono kuichangia pia tutakupatia fursa ya kuweza kuchangia. There is a question here for you, Madam Priscilla, from Mr. Samba, Bwana Bakari Mando, the one and only king of Samba. He says, what are some effective strategies to motivate and engage frontline workers in remote areas, ensuring they feel valued, supported, and connected despite the challenges of isolation and the limited resources? Back to you, Madam Priscilla.
Motivation. Yeah, maybe the organization can think of some team building activities, some sensitization meetings, yeah, giving them a break. Yeah, understanding the schedule. I think those are some of the things that the organization or the employer can consider. And I think they are also motivated. I think they have some risk allowance because sometimes money comes in handy. Yeah, there is a part of a risk allowance, though it might not be very satisfactory. But I think those are some of the motivations that they can get. But now the self-motivation is very key. See the work, see the lives that you have saved, and feel more motivated to work regardless or despite the harsh environment that you are in. Thank you.
With this question, Madam Priscilla, I'm trying to take it, I'm trying to figure out this picture whereby police officers wamechukuliwa kwenda kulinda doria at a place like the upper part of Samburu. Na unajua kule tuko na watu ambao hawajazoea kuishi kwenye mandhari ambao wanaonaga watu tu wanatembea na bunduki anyhow, unlike in town. So unapata pia jamii inajaribu inawatenga kulingana na kuwa hawana yale mazoea. Tumai labda Bakari Mando swali lake lilikuwa linazungumzia hapo, maana huyu bwana anatokea maeneo kama yale, so anajaribu kuona je, ni njia gani anaweza tumia yeye kama kiongozi jamii kuweza kuleta wale jamii na wale maafisa pamoja in a very fruitful way. Bwana Bakari, natumai Madam Priscilla ameweza kukujibu swali lako vizuri, na endapo utakuwa haujaridhika na swali lako, kuwa huru, bado uko na fursa ya kunyanyua mkono na tutakupa labda utufunulie zaidi. Labda nisome zile comment 2-3 kabla sijampatia ruhusa Madam Lucy aongee. There is Mariam here anatuambia, Mariam anasema there is stigma associated with seeking mental health help. So how can we reduce the stigma in seeking help for the mental health? Madam Priscilla, I hope you've noted down that question. As we close up, you can also share something about that. And then there's a Shoko Msuko. Mine is a comment to the speaker to say your presentation is very informative and relevant to us. Thanks. Karibu sana Shuko. Masuala haya yanazungumziwa hapa kila Jumanne kuanzia saa 2 hadi saa 3 na kukaribisha tena na tena. On to you, Madam Lucy. I see your hand is up.
Asante sana. My name is Lucy. I work with the Health Rights Advocacy Forum. Asante sana Daktari Priscilla kwa kutuangazia mengi katika mkutano wa leo. Jambo lile nilikuwa ningetaka kuongeza ni kusema ya kwamba tunapojaribu kukuza changamoto zile zinawakumba wafanyakazi walio wa laini ya kwanza, ni vizuri pia kufikiria mambo ya advocacy, advocating aloud. Hao watu hata kama ni daktari akiwa kwa hospitali wawekwe madaktari wa kutosha, huyo daktari akuwe na jembe la kazi, kama ni dawa, kama ni facility. Because I was looking at a scenario where maybe wagonjwa wamekuja wako laini mrefu, lakini daktari mwenye ako ndani hana kitu kidogo tu kama gloves, pengine hata hana dawa, hata hana nini, mtu ameanguka pale. It's also good to think aloud advocating for these things, ili hata serikali yetu ielewe mambo haya ifanye na itimize kwa ajili ya kulinda afya ya kiakili ya madaktari wetu, ya polisi na mtu yeyote yule. Asanteni.
Wow, thank you so much, Madam Lucy, for that insightful thought. Nilijua tu lazima utarudi pia wewe hewani ili uweze kutupatia neno moja ama la pili, maana mjadala wa leo na kuhusu sana. Asante sana Madam Lucy. Labda nirudi kwako Madam Priscilla, tukiendelea kulikunja jamvi letu la mazungumzo haya ya leo. Ni mazungumzo matamu, lakini muda pia tunajaribu kuheshimu. Nikuulize Madam Priscilla, as we are wrapping up our today's session, what are some of your final words or advice would you like to leave us with regarding frontline workers' mental health?
Thank you. So I think I'll start by handling the question on stigma and how to deal with the stigma. I think when it comes to mental health, creating awareness, encouraging people to seek help, sharing, reaching out. We need to break that barrier. We need to embrace and first to accept that this thing is there with us. It's a reality. Community needs to be enlightened because kuna mtu suffer from mental health issues for a very long time, but because they don't know what they have been suffering from, they end up seeking help from elsewhere. They are very good at seeking help from these other sources, and they only come to us when it is too late. So that is in a general community. And also for this now, the front line, especially the police officers, the firefighters, the mortuary attendants, people need to be more educated on these issues so that they don't seek comfort from substances, because most of these people, we find them indulging in unhealthy behaviors. So awareness across the board, everywhere we need to create awareness. And as my friend Lucy from HERAF has mentioned, advocacy, enough resources so that they are able to deliver their mandate with less burden. So police, they always have issues of, wamepigiwa simu waende mahali hata scene hakuna mafuta, but we'll never understand these things. So we need, the resources need to be availed. So my parting shot is, these people, as much as we perceive them as radicals within the community, kwamba ni wale madaktari, wale mapolisi, wale majeshi, naona una behave kijeshi kweli. They are not stone-hearted. These are human beings. They have feelings. They have feelings, and they are more vulnerable to mental health conditions. So we really need to support them. The few things that we said, let's compliment them. Yeah? Yani at least nipate mtu amebisha kwa ofisi anakuja kunishukuru tu kuniambia, by the way, naendelea vizuri mimi. Nimekuja tu kukwambia naendelea vizuri. You know, that will make me feel okay, feel good. Yeah? So let's change the game. Yeah, let's go to these offices. Let's go to the police station and just tell them, I'm happy for the way I was served in this station. I was not happy because of 1, 2, 3. Let's have that communication. We need to bond. We need to work together because we are one. So that once we are stable, the frontliners are stable, then these other people will also be stable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madam Priscilla. Mimi hata alikuwa nimekuacha uendelee kuzungumza, maana unao ya nukuu ni mambo ambayo yanatufurahisha mioyo na kutuelimisha. Kuna dada yetu mpendwa pale Damina anasema kile ninachoweza fanya ni kuatia motisha kwa kuwapongeza, na hata ikitokea wamekosea kuwaambia kwa upole bila kuatia majina. Asante sana Damina. Back to you my listeners. Mine is just to say thank you to Madam Priscilla for sharing your knowledge and your perspective, and a big thank you to all of you who engaged in our today's discussion, Madam Lucy and the whole team who took their time and joined us in our today's session. Remember, we always have this Mental Health Tuesday kila Jumanne kuanzia saa 2 hadi saa 3 kamili, na mazungumzo haya huwa tunayanakili na tunayasave pale YouTube. Kwa yoyote yule ambaye anataka kusikiza mazungumzo haya, tupo na mazungumzo zaidi ya 142 ambayo tumeyafanya hapa, na hili ni zungumzo la karibu kama si la 10 ni la 5 kwa Madam Priscilla kuweza kutuelimisha. Kwa hiyo mnakaribishwa nyote kila Jumanne ili tuweze kunufaika hapa. Kumbuka, we always say mental health is not just an individual concern, but it's a collective responsibility. So tukiwa pamoja, tukiungana pamoja, tunaweza kuiua ama tunaweza kuondoa haya majanga ama hizi afya za kiakili ambazo zinatukumba katika nyanja ama masuala ambayo tunakumbana nao katika hali zetu za kimaisha. Labda kwangu mimi kama mzungumzaji wenu ama kama moderator wenu Mahmoud Ali, niseme nawatakia usiku mwema, na nimefurahi sana kuwa nanyi kwa hii siku ya leo. Mungu awabariki, awaweke wazima na aweze kuwaponya wale ambao ni wapendwa wetu katika masuala haya ya mental health. Bye bye. See you next Tuesday, God willing, inshallah.